Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The time is now to 11 a.m. With the requisite quorum being present, I, Partha Mitra, Chairman of DIC India Limited, declare the 74th Annual General Meeting open. At the outset, I welcome all of you to this meeting. The AGM is being held through audio-visual means as we did in 2020 and 2021, keeping in view the safety measures recommended under COVID-19 guidelines. There is no physical venue for the meeting. I hope and pray for well-being of everyone. May I have your permission to take the notice dated 11 February 2022, convening the meeting as read. The register of directors' shareholdings were digitally available for inspection since the notice of AGM was issued. It is still open for inspection digitally and will remain open for inspection of the members throughout the duration of the meeting. Proxies are not allowed as per the regulations. Further, members present are requested to log on their own using their credentials only. Members who want to speak and who have not registered themselves as speakers can put their questions on the chat box appearing in the screen. Chat box will remain open up to 11:30 a.m. After responding to the shareholders' queries already received, we will provide opportunity to the members who have registered themselves as speakers in advance to speak. Now, I wish to introduce the directors of your company. Mr. Paul Quake has been a non-executive director on the board since 2004. Mr. Quake is the Regional Managing Director of DIC Asia Pacific Pte Limited, the overseas promoters, and represents the promoter at DIC India board. Mrs. Pritha Dutt joined the board as an independent director in November 2020. She is the chairperson of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and also the Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. Mr. Prabal Sarkar joined the board as an independent director in November 2020 and is the chairman of the Audit Committee. Mr. Rajiv Adan joined the board as an independent director in November 2020 and is the chairman of the Risk Management Committee and the Stakeholders Relationship Committee. Mr. Masahiro Kikuchi has been a non-executive director on the board since February 2018. He is the Deputy Managing Director of DIC Asia Pacific Pte Limited, the overseas promoter. Mr. Ho Yu Guan has been a non-executive director on the board since February 2018. He oversees the internal audit function of DIC Asia Pacific region. Mr. Manish Bhatia, MD and CEO, has been with the company since January 2019. He has been reappointed as MD and CEO on January 30, 2022 for a period of another 3 years. Mr. Taisi Nazima joined the company as a whole-time director in April 2019. He has been reappointed as a whole-time director with effect from December 26, 2021 for another period of 3 years, for which necessary applications has been made to the central government. I'm glad to inform you that all the directors are present in this AGM. Mr. Ho Yu Guan retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Let us now look at the year in retrospect. We are meeting after a year since our last AGM in March 2021. The performance of the company in 2021 has been detailed in the annual report. The initiative by the government to roll out the vaccination plan in 2020 gathered momentum in 2021, which augured well for the economy to start the year. Indian economy, after a decline in 2020, saw a revival growth in early 2021, but the severe Delta variant in Q2 2021 impacted the consumption with lockdown and restrictions coming back across the states. However, the rebound in economic activities gained traction in August-September, facilitated by easing of inspection, easing of restriction, and sharp pickup in the space of vaccination. Here also experienced an unprecedented impact of extraordinary inflationary pressures arising out of revival in demand in Europe and USA and production restraint in East Asia, especially China, due to climate-related control, which led to the doubling of supply lead times and lack of easy access to critical raw materials. These developments have been created a sizable challenge to maintain an efficient supply chain for the customers. I'm happy to assure you that your company has done well on this front and ensured seamless customer service. This year also saw the global shortage of some key raw materials, coupled with the rise in oil prices and the strengthening of the US dollars, resulted in increase in the landed price of raw materials. Packaging business, especially the flexible packaging business, which saw a shift towards packaged food in 2021, witnessed muted demand in 2021. Due to inflationary measures, FMCG industry focused on optimizing pack sizes and rationalizing color and packaging, which impacted the overall demand. Segment also saw an unprecedented raw material inflation. Your company was able to meet the challenges and developed appropriate strategy in line with its business plan. Packaging segment products like adhesive saw aggressive pricing by selected industry section to maintain their market share. However, the company continued to maintain a strong focus on profitability. It also introduced products for emerging segments, export markets, which helped broaden its user industry base in the long run. Company was able to expand its rigid packaging portfolio in 2021. Product innovations, expansion of share with the key national accounts have helped the company grow its market share in this segment. Publication ink business, though showed recovery over 2020, witnessed a drop in demand compared to pre-COVID levels. Company retains its leadership position by adopting appropriate portfolio strategy with changing market demands. The commercial printing offset inks showed an improved demand with the revival of the economy. I am pleased to inform you that despite the uncertainty and challenges thrown up by the after effect of COVID-19, company took several measures on digitization, cost control, improving operational efficiencies, introduction of new products, and driving value engineering. These measures enabled the company to remain profitable in these difficult times. I am also happy to share with you that your company has started the construction of a new state-of-the-art manufacturing facility in Bharuch, Gujarat, from the end of last year, is likely to be completed in the current year. This plant will enable improved customer service in Western and South and will focus on expansion of sustainable product portfolio. Company continues to put focus on principle of ESG, environment, social and governance. In line with the commitment, the company has improved all important sustainability and safety parameters. 75 years. Board is delighted to inform you the company will celebrate 75th years on 2nd April 2022. A few companies can achieve this milestone, and fewer continues to remain in top 3 in the entire 75-year journey. Your company is one of them. We thank all the stakeholders for their continued support. Now look at the current economic scenario. The increased pace of vaccination augurs well for the economy. The budget placed by the government is forward-looking with strong focus on investment in infrastructure to start the economic momentum. The impact of above, together with a good monsoon forecast, is expected to be favorable for consumption. However, the current geopolitical situation started from mid-February 2022 is expected to slow down the government estimates to some extent. In addition, the high inflation and higher cost and accessibility of funds may put challenges to the expansion and the growth of Indian economy in short to medium term. Let us now look at the outlook. Let me touch upon the key initiative taken by DIC as a group. DIC Group has redefined its vision statement to improve human condition by safely bringing color and comfort in people's life and promoting sustainability for a brighter future. As a group, our priorities are to a society that is green, digital, and emphasis on the quality of life, allocation of resources to transform portfolio and help achieve sustainability for the global environment and society. In India, COVID-19 has changed the way of doing business in some ways. We embraced digitization in many business processes starting 2020 and will continue to look at automation as a way of life to deliver better value to our internal process and customer. The uncertainty arising out of current geopolitical situation has a wide impact on our industry and business in terms of global availability of materials due to shipment delays, high oil prices, rupee depreciation, and consequent impact on inflation leading to lower consumption. The management is reviewing the situation continuously and taking all possible measures. The management is confident the company will be able to improve on its performance in the months to come. For the full year 2022, company expect to remain profitable despite challenges mentioned above. Dividend. The board recommend dividend for 2021 as below. Final dividend of rupees 3 per share 30% for the year 2021. Special dividend of rupees 2 per share 20% to commemorate 75 years of the company. The same shall be remitted after the resolutions are approved in the AGM. CSR activity. As a part of DIC India corporate social responsibility, our commitment to the society continues. And the company already actively worked in 2021 on the following 3 initiatives. First initiative, Diksha, focuses on imparting girl children education program covering 150 children in the age group of 5 years to 12 years in the surrounding village adjacent to our project site as Bharuch. Second initiative, Disha, pertains to girls' skill development, wherein 30 girls were imparted skill development program based on computer learning. Third initiative was based on the objectives of enabling better medical facilities and medical services to the needy people in the surrounding villages near our project site. As a part of this initiative, we donated a fully fitted ambulance to local authorities at Taluka Health Office. Directors, during the year, Mr. Deepak Kumar Banerjee and Dr. Reena Sen, both independent directors, stepped down from the board of the company with effect from March 21st, 2021 upon completion of their term. Board recognize and appreciate the contribution by both of the directors and wish them all the best. On behalf of the board, I take this opportunity to thank all the members, customers, value chain partners, and all other stakeholders for their continued and lasting support and faith in the company. Our special thanks to the NSDL team for facilitating this AGM through video conference. I also like to thank the employees of the company at all levels for the strong support and continuing efforts during the difficult times in 2021. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the reports and accounts have been with you, and with your consent, I will take them as read. There being no qualification, may I take the audit report as read, as noted. Before I invite you, ladies and gentlemen, to put your questions or make observation, please note that pursuant to the applicable provisions of Companies Act 2013 and the recent circulars issued in this regard, Soft copy of the annual accounts have been provided by electronic mode to such members whose shareholding is in dematerialized mode and whose email IDs are registered with the depository for communication purpose. Shareholders not covered above and who have subsequently requested for annual report by email have been furnished with a copy. Let me elaborate on the conduct of the meeting. Voting shall be in 2 rounds by electronic mode. First round of electronic voting, e-voting window was open from 9 a.m. from March 19, 2022 onwards till 5 p.m. of March 21, 2022. Second round of electronic voting, e-voting, shall take place today. All the members who have not voted earlier and who are present can vote at e-voting option appearing in the portal through which you have logged into this meeting. After all the agendas have been discussed, we'll go for the voting. Those of you who have already cast their vote should refrain from voting again. Number of members voting in favor of or against the resolution electronically in the first round will be consolidated with the number of members voting electronically today in the second round. The result of the consolidated voting would be scrutinized by the representative of Messrs. T. Chatterjee and Associates, Company Secretary in practice, who have been appointed as the scrutinizer for the meeting. Since the meeting is held through video conference, we will be taking questions in the following order. We will first address questions already asked by the shareholders through email. We will then take questions from the shareholders who have already registered them to speak. Finally, we will address questions asked through Q&A box. I request you not to raise similar questions which an earlier speakers have already raised. Ladies and gentlemen, the meeting is now open and for your questions or observation.
Thank you very much, sir. I'll now start the Q&A session. So we have received one question, one mail from Mr. Kundu. I think he's also registered himself as speaker. So I'll make all those who have requested themselves to speak as a panelist. I'll change their status from attendee to panelist. And please speak. Please keep your questions crisp, right? And then I'll again take you back to as attendee. We will record all the questions, and then chairman will answer them all in one go. So in the sequence, I will start with Mr. Aninda Kundu. Mr. Kundu, I'll now make you the panelist.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Mr. Kundu, you are audible.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the board of DIC for the first time. Though it's on a video conferencing this year, I wish we will be able to meet in next year if the situation improves. I have already given the points because there is nothing that we need to criticize on this annual report that we have got. We are getting a dividend. Will be getting a special dividend this 75th year. So I just like to mention 2 more points from the chairman's speech today. Is that apart from the points that I have already sent by email, the first point is that regarding skill development in our plans nearby the plans of our company. So I'd like to request one thing, that please do those skill development programs with those persons or those students whom you can also employ them, enroll yourself as an employee in your company. So that will what I think, if they are suitable to be done so that will improve their economic conditions, and the skill and the amount that we have spent on the skill development will also be utilized, will be benefited for us only. That's one point. And second point is that as this is a 75th year, if it is possible for a visit to a plant in Kolkata, so that we'll be able to view in person how a company operates, what are the products that are developed over here, if it is possible and if it is allowed, if the situation improves. These are the 2 points that I'd like to say. The rest I have already sent in my email. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Kundu?
Thank you.
No. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kundu. No, so I'll make you. I'll now go to Mr. Tarak Chakrabarti, who is our.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Tarak.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Board of Directors, other fellow shareholder, and our arrange the NCLT WebEx video conferencing member and other joining the all member are inviting our 75 years DIC annual report AGM. First of all, I congratulate our company, all member of DIC. I am an existing shareholder in your company. Is long term we are speech our company up and down, rising pure. But really very tough time we are covered. The 19, 20 and 21 and 22 overall most the very safe, and we are keep enjoy our lifestyle. First of all, our management team are really hard and soul that tried to make a best performing than the last year figure, and their life risks is a joining, and all works are keep maintained the DIC development business segment, and especially this is the 75 years this year company turn round and company take dividend. Board of decided the minority shareholder 3 rupees per equity and 2 special 75. Sir, we are minority shareholder. Our target is company always better performance, take division, and the enjoy our minority shareholder and our pay the company dividend. But sir, last year your dividend pay is 6 rupees per share, but it's come down and over 30%. So basically, other thing you are delivered and you are declined. The dividend pay is 3 rupees and special 75 purpose to overall 50% each touch of the last year figure. But my point is that, sir, 75 is long time DIC is no arrange a right or bonus. So your reserve capital is too much better. And not only that, sir, last year your earning per share is 93 rupees. So naturally our reserve fund is huge. So 75 years our owner take decision. It is my proposal, sir, arrange at least 1:1 right. And not only that, sir, I observe your company annual report. Annual reports are overall more than too much better. But sir, one thing my query is, sir, your page 9 board of directors, if you show mention the photograph and your inside the company, basically your board of member 11, but 2 members are not photo. The showing is annual report 2021. I know understand what is reason that 2 persons are omitted, Mr. Rina Sen, doctor, and Mr. Deepak Kumar Banerjee. He is a very sincere and he is all of our board joining the every quarter is result, all of this thing joining, but there is no mention is first cover page the printing photography. This is the one thing point. Second thing, sir, there is this year company investment of CSR over 20 lakh spend of money the Gujarat. So sir, our all over India is lot of Taiteri area is a very rural stage and there is condition is not so far good. Gujarat is one of the best city in India for industrial zone, and there is all spend of money this state. And not only that, one thing side that there is mentioned page 4, schedule 4, there is spend of money 2,15,000, but there is not applicable of designation the space and other thing title area. So this is his point. Why not spend the other things state other side all of spend of money for Gujarat? It is not necessary, sir. Please, it is my request. Please give a follow up. The other status of village and other state is where spend the money. It is very right. But Bengal is started the DIC business. So there is not a single paisa in spent of money of CSR. It is very sad, sir. I request next time you spend of money the CSR status, all are side are you check and keep you maintain our other things, sir. Main thing, sir, is a lot of queries is my annual report, but time you're very shortage. Sir, I request to you, at least coming year you arrange the physical meeting. So in fact, all our thing is opening, all our these things are available as status, and all over India 130 crore people already over 100 crore is a vaccination complete, and minority stage there is running. So naturally we are covered the danger zone. It is my request, sir, for the coming year AGM is arranged as physical. It is only for very difficult. The contact of the virtual is our all required of the annual report is speech the proper time and keep you follow up my queries. And sir, I request to you our Bengal charger Mr. Venkatesh, he is not a good person of the minority shareholder. I contact to the talk to telephone. He is not receive my phone, and not only that, he is very rough behave of the this Eastern region. This person, I request please you change your this charge of the another persons is complete the all are contact this person. So naturally, I am very pleased, and I know briefly discussion to you and our board of directors is viewed very sincerely. Our CFO is very sincerely efficient, obedient person. Secretary is really very good. He is not contact to me. He is a sitting of Noida. So naturally, I request to you this year 75 years your company estate. So this year personally we are joining the member of speech, the minority shareholder, and very sincere and always well wisher to your our company. Please this year arrange some memento for the this person joining the shareholder. Thank you, sir. Patient here. I request, I pray that God keep your health, our chairman very good, and all members keep safe your lifestyle. First thing, second thing after you joining the works. Thank you, our patient, all our member, and thank you, our for NSDL, and thank you for website, WebEx video conferencing joining member. Thank you, patient, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chakravarti. Before I move to next callers, I will request that please keep your questions crisp. Otherwise, it will become a very extended meeting. And if you feel that your questions have been addressed, please avoid repeating that. However, you are most welcome. Next one is Mr. Amit Kumar Banerjee. I will now make him as attendee. And Mr. Banerjee, please keep it crisp. Mr. Banerjee, all yours. Mr. Banerjee, Mr. Amit Kumar Banerjee.
Unmute.
Kindly switch on my video. I think I'm audible, maybe. Yes.
We can hear you, Mr. Amit Kumar Banerjee.
Okay. Now I'm starting because the video maybe it's not working properly. Maybe Good morning to everyone.
I see you,
My
please.
name is Amit Kumar Banerjee, respected chairman of the meeting and other board members present. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak. Such a nice meeting today organized by our company. Today, I think the problem is coming for the video.
If you set up your video, it will be easier because it consumes more bandwidth. We are seeing you. You can switch off
Okay,
your
okay,
video.
no, it's okay.
Yeah, please. Please carry on.
As regards the performance is concerned, it is found that the performance is good. We really very proud of this company about we are getting a consistent dividend this year, though of course our company made arrangements for 30% dividend in addition to rupees 20% for the 75th years. Our company also made good arrangement for the CSR activities also. And overall, the price is concerned, the market price of the shares are now around quoting 350 to 400. So very good concern, our company. And the dividend also we are getting. So still I have a feelings to ask, is a few queries about that. Kindly share your views. What is the capital expenditure plan for the coming 2 years? And the research and development cost to sales. Kindly, if possible, just give a brief idea our company's performance, the expenditures about these things. Basically, our company's manufacturing is printing inks, laminations, the adhesives and others. Is there any diversifications or is there any new product or any idea for matching a new during these particular situations of the COVID is going on? Kindly share your views to us. Sir, as regards the shareholders rewarding policy, the market price is around 400. Now the total today's quoting is 352. The price of the dividend is only 3. It's not reasonable, sir. The last year, maybe we got that 6 rupees, so 50% less around. So kindly keep attention to reward these shares. On the commemorate the occasion of 75th, I, being a shareholders, honestly request to consider bonus. And if possible, and the situation permit, kindly arranged planned visit also. I hope our management will maintain the good growth and prosperity of the company. Yes, since long, our chairman, Mr. Deepak Banerjee, is missing today after long years together. He's maintaining as a leadership, but we are missing today. And even, you see, it is not found that our company secretary, Mr. Raghav Babu, is also appearing. Our CFO is there, but not observing, because you see, it's a video conferencing meeting, so better just to watch what are our directors, what are the persons concerned are appearing on the video, because we long years together is not connecting. And even our register office is situated too far from here. But though of course you see the information systems, I being a very old shareholder, you see no chance for getting any line. The phone numbers is not working properly. So do consider and keep attention over there. I know that our company will expand the business into a high and with better profitability in the near future, keeping in mind definitely the shareholders rewarding policy. I thank all the team members for for smooth conducting such a wonderful meeting today through video conferencing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Myself, Amit Kumar Banerjee, over to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Banerjee.
Thank you, sir.
I will now make you attendee, and the next speaker is Mr. Lokesh Gupta. Mr. Gupta, I will request you, if you do not open your camera, we are very happy to see you, but then it consumes little bandwidth. And please keep your questions crisp.
सर आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
Mute Amit Banerjee. He's not muted.
Yeah.
सर आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
बिल्कुल सुन पा रहे हैं आपको.
सर मैं दिल्ली से लोकेश गुप्ता सभी बोर्ड मेंबर्स का स्वागत करता हूं. एक एक्सीलेंट एक कंपनी के बारे में बहुत अच्छी तरह से हमें ब्रीफ किया जा रहा था. सर ये फर्स्ट टाइम है जब मुझे इस वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग से कंपनी से जुड़ने का अवसर मिला है. सर जैसे हमारे को एक अच्छी तरह कंपनी के बारे में बताया गया, लेकिन उसमें चीजें थी कि रॉ मटेरियल कॉस्ट भी हमारी बढ़ रही है, इनपुट कॉस्ट बढ़ रही है. क्या हम इसे पास ऑन करने की स्थिति में हैं जिससे हमारे मार्जिन इंटैक्ट रहे? सर मेरे से पहले कई वक्ताओं ने एक मांग रखी है, अपनी डिमांड रखी है कि प्लांट विजिट की. सर मैं दिल्ली से बोल रहा हूँ, अगर जो प्लांट विजिट का कोई फैसला कंपनी लेती है तो ऐसा ना हो कि दिल्ली के शेयर होल्डर्स को छोड़ दिया जाए, थोड़ा हमारा भी ध्यान रखा जाए. सर हमारे 10,000 शेयर होल्डर्स हैं, मुझे पता नहीं है इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे कितने लोग जुड़े हैं आपसे. सर लेकिन जो 75th AGM में हम लोग जुड़े हैं, उन शेयर होल्डर्स को कुछ तो कंपनी अप्रिशिएट करे जो हम इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आगे भी आपसे जुड़ पाए. और सर अब फिजिकल मीटिंग्स के लिए भी बात हुई है, आप फिजिकल मीटिंग कीजिए, बिल्कुल कीजिए, लेकिन एक ऐसी इस प्लेटफॉर्म को भी चालू रखिए तो दिल्ली के शेयर होल्डर्स भी आपसे जुड़ पाए. कैलकाटा के शेयर होल्डर आपसे जुड़ते हैं, लेकिन एक अवसर हमें मिला है, एक नई टेक्नोलॉजी आई है तो हम भी आपसे रूबरू हो पाए. शुक्ला जी जिनसे मैं कई बार मेरी फोन पर बात की, उन्होंने मुझे लिंक भेजा, किस तरह ज्वाइन होना है, सब कुछ बताया, इसके लिए भी उनको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू मिस्टर गुप्ता. थैंक यू फॉर मेकिंग इट क्रिस्प. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका.
थैंक यू सर.
Next one is Mr. Atanu Saha. Mr. Saha, now I'll make you the panelist. And again, you know my requests. You are all very good cooperative shareholders. Please, Mr. Saha.
Hello. Yeah, I am audible, sir.
You are audible, Mr. Saha.
Yes. Good morning, sir. Good morning. I'm Atanu Saha from Kolkata. My respected chairman and board of directors, and all my shareholders attending this video conference of our 75 years annual general meeting of DIC India, sir, today 22nd March. Sir, my question is that, sir, what is our current cash flow situation, company? And another one, sir, what is our company future plan? Second one. And do you have any connection with any innovative product? Do you think about any innovative product? And sir, this is 75 years. So do you have any plan to provide us a memento for every our shareholders? Sir, another thing is that do you think about our CSR activities should be diversified? That is really very good. What they are doing, it's really very good. But do you think about it diversified in different places, also in India, inside India? And this matter of a question whether do you have any plan to matter of factory visit, because factory visit is important to understand the company itself, the whole thing. Really, whenever we visited number of some few only, but we get understand direct connection with the companies and companies related all the jobs. So factory visit is really it is a very good job. Whether it is a person that could not get chance to meet on the time, maybe who are staying in Delhi or Madras or anywhere else. But factory visit really is very good, sir. It is if you suggest our company situation really good anyhow. So on the matter of 75 years, please arrange a factory visit. At least maybe the person are staying in Delhi or anywhere else. Please request them to at least arrange them for them to attend our factory visit. This is one anyhow and a different area. Thank you for this video conferencing and to everybody. And thanks to WebEx, our WebEx and NSDL. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Can I speak? Am I audible? Sir, start my video. Sir, can you hear me? Can you hear me, please? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Good morning to all of you, since it is still not 12. Sir, I personally, board of directors and all of them, my respects to you. Sir, I am from Bombay. I have been listening to the earlier 6 speakers, but I will be speaking only to the balance sheet, okay? Now, I will come directly to page number 30. Now, if you see page number 30, I see that you are presenting us the 74th annual general meeting, annual general report. But on the first page, you are writing 75 years. Actually, 75th year must have started from 1st of January. And this current year 2022 must have is the 75th year. So there is some confusion there. Again, there is one confusion. Somewhere in the balance sheet, you are writing millions. Somewhere you are writing lakhs. Why this confusion is there? In the first page itself, you see on the top you are writing rupees in lakhs, and then in the state of affairs, you are writing millions, millions, millions. Please have some clarity. Please let me speak. Please have some clarity about your denomination of what you are writing. If you want to write millions everywhere. If you want to write lakhs, you write lakhs every year. Secondly, I find that the turnover has increased from 608 crores to 744 crores. Now, my first question is, by which year do you expect the company to reach 1,000 crores? That is my first question. Second question is that we have got 4 plants all over India, location-wise: Kolkata, Noida, Ahmedabad, Bangalore. Now, is it possible to give me plant-wise or location-wise turnover, sales, revenues, capital employed, returns, etc.? Because many good companies are giving location-wise turnover and all the breakups that we require. Also, coming to page 31, now there I find that you have not you have not paid any interim dividend, but still you write we are going to pay final dividend of 3 rupees. Sir, final dividend can be given only when you have given interim dividend. I understand. If you are not given interim dividend, you cannot say final dividend. Also, last year your dividend without that additional dividend was 6 rupees, and this year with the additional dividend we are getting only 2 rupees extra. So 5 rupees we are getting. We are at a loss of 1 rupee compared to last year. And last year we had an income of 103 crores or 111 crores from the sale of the land, and no special dividend was also given, though earning per share was 99 rupees. Now this is gross injustice to the minority shareholders, sir. You should have given us one-time dividend of at least 50 rupees last year. 50% should have been shared with us, and 50% should have been kept for their expansion. You cannot keep all the 99 rupees with you and just give 6 rupees from that. So that is total gross injustice, sir. Sir, one thing is very good that we don't have any subsidiaries, associates, JVs, etc. Coming to page number 37. Now there I find that you are setting up one greenfield project in Gujarat. Some hint was given in the chairman's speech, but I could not gather that properly. I would like to know what was the original cost of that expansion, and what is the of that greenfield project, and is there any time overrun or cost overrun in respect to that project, and when it will be completed, and what will be the total cost of the project, sir? Coming to page 41. Now on page 41, I find that we are having the parent company holding 71% in our company. Now, is there any plans for the parent company to raise it to 75%? Because that is the maximum threshold they can go to. Secondly, I find that though we are getting technology from our parent company, we are incurring 6 crores and 29 lakhs for recurring expenditure of R&D. Why we are doing that? because that forms 80% of the total R&D expenses. When we are getting all the R&D from the parent company, why we need to incur R&D expense? I would like to know that. Secondly, also, you are saying that on consumption per unit, you said it is not practical to give consumption per unit for production. Sir, if tomorrow the government will ask you to give details, will you give such same explanation to the government that it is not possible for us to give all the details? You should give the detail. We are a big company. We are in ERPs, accounting stars are there. Why we are not? It is not practical. It should become practical. And please see to it that we get all the details that we require. Again, second, last, yes. Coming to page number 60. Now there, if you see that we are listed on Calcutta Stock Exchange. Now I want to know how many trades happened in the Calcutta Stock Exchange. In the details of the Calcutta Stock Exchange trading is not given in the annual report.
Banned.
Page 65. Page 65. Sir, again, when I see that your declaration of dividend and due date to IEPF, in the last 7 years, we have given dividends only 4 times. So 3 times we have skipped. Now, this last year was a good chance to give us the dividend of the skip, the years in which you skip the dividend, that should have been compensated with a special dividend to us. This is second time I am telling you, because last year was a good year when we had made bumper profits. Coming to page number 83. Sir, in the key audit matter, there is one big sentence given by the auditor in the second paragraph. He says that you recognize revenues when control of the goods is transferred to the customer. Okay. The terms of sales arrangement, including the timing of the control, generates complexities that require judgment in determining sales revenues. Now, the auditor is confused, I think. And that is why he's giving such remarks. Why he should be confused? The law is very clear. You buy raw material, you manufacture something and you sell it and you pay GST on that, and all the expenses incurred are to be taken into consideration. Why your transfer of control of the goods to create complexities which require judgment in determining sales revenue? Why sales revenue should be having judgment? It is a whatever sales you make, that same amount should be recorded. There's no use of judgment in the sales recording, sir. That means, is the sales not recorded as per what is the sales done? I am confused. Please clarify, sir. It should not happen in such a multinational company like ours. Page 89. On page 89, I find, that you have said that the land is not yet transferred. It is in the name of Ports of India Limited. Now, since when, how many years this land is not transferred? And when it will get transferred? All the block assets, freehold land, leasehold land, buildings. Now, when it will get transferred? Why it is not getting transferred? Are the papers not proper? Do you don't have the original papers in place? Is the legal department not working properly? Are you not presenting to the government your papers properly? Everything can be done streamlined. It should be streamlined on an emergency basis. Since we have a legal department, since we have got good people, our company secretary is also there, and we should be able to solve that. Page number 90. Now I find that you are given a plethora of cases which are in dispute. And you have, for some of them cases, you have deposited money also. And I find that, this auditor, Deloitte Haskins and Sales, they should understand that each case should be given year-wise. When you club it year-wise, when you club 4 or 5 years together, what happens is that we are not able to understand for which year what amount is in dispute. It will take one more page. But even all Tata companies give year-wise all the disputed cases year-wise. Every year should be segregated and the amount should be shown against that year. You cannot take 7, 6, 5, 6 years. See the last one, 5, 6, 9, 10, 3 years, 254 lakhs. Now here you have written lakhs, somewhere you have written millions. That was what I was telling you. And you have paid 250 crores in dispute. Now it should not be cloud. The auditor should understand this point very clearly, sir. So coming to page 92. Now, page 92, I find that our inventories and your financial assets, trade receivables, are 482 lakhs compared to 284 lakhs. Gone up tremendously on the gross level basis. On the net level basis, also it has gone up from 112 to 189. So, net, our working capital is up by nearly 293 lakhs. Now, I think our working capital is not being managed properly, sir. It should be managed properly. I know you will, all the reasons are there. Success is the man and failure is the circumstances. You will give me a list of plethora that yes, raw material increase, COVID happened, this happened, that happened. But in spite of all that, several companies have outperformed their 2020 results, which we have failed, sir. Failed. Let me tell you. Now, coming to profit and loss account. Yes. And if you see, yes, you have got a reserves of, sorry, one second. Where is it gone? Yes, here it is. Page 94. Now, if I analyze your profit and loss account statement, I find that out of 16 crores, 952 lakhs, 9 crores and 52 lakhs are other income. Now, if I deduct that, what happens is that other income constitutes 57% of your profit before tax. That means, sir, we are not being able to generate more revenue. 75th year, we are not able to, and in that also, if I see 438 lakhs are all one-time income on page 113. If you see, if you connect that other income with 113, your note number 24, you will get all the details there, and you will see that we have got manage our provision for doubtful debts written back. This is a book entry. Liability is no longer required. This is a book entry. Now this forms 43% of your total other income. Now, if I remove all that, we are in a very pathetic state. Pathetic because all these are one-time income, sir. You have doubtful debts written back, book entry. Provision no longer required, book entry. And you have that, what do you say, that one thing you have received. Management, sir, no. Interest on deferred consideration of sale of land. Now, this will not come next year. So this, if you see, this total amount is 4 crores. Now, if you remove all this, we are in a very pathetic situation, sir. Why this thing is happening to a multinational company? And somebody earlier has also said from Calcutta that our payout ratios, if you see last year earning 93 rupees and giving 6 rupees was just a beggarly treatment you give for the shareholders, sir. You should have given a one-time dividend of 50 rupees. You can compensate now because your equity is only 9 crores and 17 lakhs and your reserves are 376 crores. Why you want to use the reserves for earning less? If you give us bonus, if you give us dividends, from that dividend we can earn much more than what you are earning, sir. You should pay 100 rupees dividend according to me. One time 100 rupees dividend is expected from DIC. If not 50%, 50 rupees immediate, you must, in the next board meeting, you must give this dividend, sir. Sir, why royalty has been increased on page 115? Royalty. 115, if you take out, I see that the royalty has increased, from nearly 7 crores to 9.5 crores. Why royalty is increased? They are giving us a lot of, what I can say, the design, the products and all that, new products, and we are incurring R&D also. We are giving royalty also. So what type of connection do you have with, for this DIC Asia Pacific? They are just taking away money from us. Dividend also they are doing, royalty also they are taking. They are enforcing us to incur revenue expenditure for R&D nearly 10 crores. Now, why these types of things are going on? The company should take a very strict decision. The board of directors should be very strict. The independent directors, I am telling you very specifically, you should be very strict in the board discussions and see to it that the funds of the shareholders, the company, are utilized in a manner which gives us more profit. They should be justifiable and they should be rational to the shareholders, and the distribution should also be. See what happens, sir. GST and all the taxes. Government, if you pay 1 day late, government charges you penalty and interest. They catch you by the collar. But we shareholders are helpless. We cannot catch you by the collar to give us more dividends. You should be very sympathetic towards the shareholders. The shareholders are the basic structure of the company, sir. That is why you will see that your share price must be 4,000 rupees today on merit, but it is only 400 rupees. 90% market is slapping you by the prices of the share quotation. So see to it that you rise to your potential and you give us the rate of nearly 4,000 rupees. That should be the target. Next year, at least if not 4,000, 2,000 should be target. And that is how the working should take place. Check and the control system should be in place. One of the directors I'm saying is watching his WhatsApp. Now in the AGM, if he's watching the WhatsApp, what dedication can he give to the company? I'm not clear about it. I'm seeing it, that it's seeing on the WhatsApp his messages and then the meeting is going on. This is a big insult to the shareholders, sir. and see to it that all the directors also behave properly. With this, I wish you all the best. Sir, one thing I'm very happy about.
Mr. Kotecha, please don't make it personal.
Sir, one thing I'm very
Don't
happy
make it
about.
personal, please.
There is no subsidiary, associate, JV. I'm very happy about it. So we are only one company without any that flaggage of JVs and associates and subsidiaries. So please see that we work with focus, and we are writing leading in innovation. I would like to also know who are the basic competitors of our company, because we are not able to get the price. I know difficulties are there, raw material difficulties are there, transportation difficulties are there, workers difficulties are there. And sir, last question. We are in 4 states. And what is the gravity of the situation in Calcutta? Because every day we are hearing in the news and the papers, we are reading that Calcutta is becoming difficult for industries nowadays. Please clarify. Thank you very much. I have said all this because in the interest of the company, I want you to perform better, and all my 100% best wishes are with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kotecha. Only couple of requests to you and other shareholders. Please don't make any personal comments. First and second, if you have long questions to ask, we had requested going forward in coming AGMs, please send your queries in advance so that chairman also has some time to revert to them properly.
Sir, I am not here to praise you, sir. I am here to ask you questions, and questions are only going to improve you, sir. If people are praising you, that is not the way. That is their way. This is my way, sir. I want to ask questions which you must answer. These are in the interest of shareholders all over the country, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I am making you attendee. My only request is that if you can send them in advance, it will be easier for us to answer, and don't make it personal. Thank you very much, Mr. Kotecha.
Sir, several times I don't get answers for questions written in advance, sir.
The next speaker is Mr. Praveen Kumar. Mr. Praveen Kumar, I expect you understand our decorum. Please carry on with your questions.
Hello. I'm audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
A very, very good morning to respected chairman, sir, esteemed board of director, my co-fellow shareholder, myself, Praveen Kumar. I am joining this meeting from New Delhi, sir. सबसे पहले सर मैं यही आशा करता हूँ, यही होप करता हूँ कि जितने भी हमारे वर्कर हैं वो सभी स्वस्थ होंगे इस कोविड टाइम में, और मेरी कुछ ऑब्जर्वेशन है जो मैं एंटायर मैनेजमेंट के साथ शेयर करना चाहता हूं। सबसे पहली मेरी ऑब्जर्वेशन, मेरी कांग्रेचुलेशन है 75 AGM के लिए मैनेजमेंट को, और मेरी जो कुछ ऑब्जर्वेशन है वो 1 by 1 शेयर करना चाहूंगा सर। Thank you very much, Chairperson sir, for a beautiful, detailed chairman speech, जिसमें जितनी भी हमारी क्वेरीज थी वो सॉल्व हो गई हैं। मैं बताना चाहूँगा, आई एम विद द कंपनी फॉर सच ए लॉन्ग टाइम, और मैं थैंक्स करना चाहूँगा अपने कंपनी सेक्रेटरी और इनके एंटायर टीम का। कभी भी हमारी कोई भी क्वेरीज होती है, दे विल रेस्पॉन्ड वेरी वेरी क्विकली एज सुन एज पॉसिबल। तो जो एक आपने स्टैंडर्ड मेंटेन किया है एक्सीलेंट कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस का, तो हेड्स ऑफ टू द एंटायर टीम फॉर दैट। मैं बताना चाहूंगा, कुछ मेरे जो प्रीवियस शेयर होल्डर थे जिनके साथ मैं कहीं ना कहीं एग्री नहीं करता, हर शेयर होल्डर का एक अपना ओपिनियन है। एक हमारी कंपनी ने एक बहुत बड़ा एक प्लेटफॉर्म दिया है। बहुत सारे शेयर होल्डरों ने रिक्वेस्ट की है कि भी प्लांट विजिट की, तो दिस इज नॉट द राइट टाइम फॉर प्लांट विजिट। हम एक रिटेल इन्वेस्टर हैं, कहीं ना कहीं हम कंपनी वेबसाइट पे जाके अपनी कंपनी का प्रीव्यू देख सकते हैं अपने घर बैठे हुए। दूसरी चीज मैं शेयर करना चाहूंगा, हमारी कंपनी ने CR एक्टिविटीज के अंदर गुजरात में बहुत एक अच्छा काम किया है। कहीं ना कहीं हमारी कंपनी पूरे पैन इंडिया को देख रही है। हमारे शेयर होल्डर ने बताया कि भी कंपनी अगर रजिस्टर है कोलकाता में तो कहीं ना कहीं कोलकाता में ही की जाए। तो ये हमारे कंपनी की एक नेक नियत रही है कि भी पूरे इंडिया को लेके चला जाए, और जो सेट प्रायोरिटीज होती हैं जहां जरूरत होती है वहीं CSR एक्टिविटी की जाती है। तो वो एक वैल्यू फॉर मनी और कहीं ना कहीं मैनेजमेंट की जो प्रायोरिटी होती हैं वो शो करती हैं कि हम पूरे इंडिया को लेके चल रहे हैं। तो उसके लिए आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। तीसरी चीज मैं बताना चाहूंगा, जो हमारे PM सर हैं, जो नरेंद्र मोदी जी हैं सर, उनका एक विजन रहा है डिजिटल इंडिया का। जो आज ये कंडक्ट मीटिंग हो रही है, मैं दिल्ली से, हो सकता है मैं पॉसिबल नहीं होता कि मैं कलकत्ता में आके फिजिकल मीटिंग करता। हमारी जो कंपनी है वो ट्रूली इंडियन मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी है, हमारे बहुत सारे जो रेस्पेक्टेड बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर मेंबर्स हैं जो अदर कंट्री से भी हैं, वो अपनी कंट्री में बैठे हुए ही इस मीटिंग को ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं और हमारे क्वेश्चंस को एड्रेस भी कर सकते हैं। तो उसमें कितनी कॉस्ट बचती है, कहीं ना कहीं वो बैलेंस शीट में रिफ्लेक्ट होती है। और एक दूसरी चीज बताना चाहूंगा सर, हम जिस भी स्पेस में हैं, एक हमारे शेयर होल्डर्स सर ने रिक्वेस्ट की कि भी डिटेल्ड आप प्रिंट कीजिए। तो मैं ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा सर, प्लीज जितना नेसेसरी हो सके उतना आप एनुअल रिपोर्ट में प्रिंट कीजिए, क्योंकि मैं नहीं चाहता हमारे कंपटीटर उस चीज की एडवांटेज उठाएं सर, प्लीज। और इसको सर मैं यही चाहूंगा सर, हमारी जो एनुअल रिपोर्ट है, अब ये देखिए सर, ड्यूरिंग कोविड टाइम एमसीए का एक बहुत ही अच्छी रूलिंग थी कि हमें एनुअल रिपोर्ट प्रिंट करने की जरूरत नहीं है। तो ट्रस्ट मी, हमारी 5000 कंपनी है लिस्टेड, कितने ट्री बचे होंगे। तो एज ए सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया, अभी ये कितनी ग्लोबल वार्मिंग हो रही है, उसमें भी हमारी मदद मिलेगी। मैं अपने कंपनी सेक्रेटरी साहब से ये एक हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, मेक आवर कंपनी ए 100% डिजिटल कंपनी, वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट कंपनी इन इंडिया, सो दैट कोई भी कम्युनिकेशन होता है हम बीएससी की साइट पे जाके उसको चेक कर सकते हैं। एक हमारे शेयर होल्डर ने बताया था कि भी हमारी कंपनी कोलकाता में लिस्ट है, तो मैं बताना चाहूंगा सर, ये एक हमारा हिंदुस्तान ऐसा है जहां एनएससी पे भी हमें फीस देनी पड़ती है और बीएससी भी फीस देनी पड़ती है। रिटेल इन्वेस्टर के लिए एक प्लेटफॉर्म चाहिए, तो मैं चाहूंगा अपनी कंपनी को एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे आप लिस्ट कराइए, उससे हमारी जो सेविंग बचेगी उसको हम कहीं ना कहीं सीएसआर एक्टिविटीज में स्पेंड कर पाएंगे। एक हमारे जो शेयर होल्डर है, मैं उनकी बात से एग्री नहीं करता, उन्होंने बताया कि हमने रॉयल्टी बढ़ाई है। कहीं ना कहीं जब हमारी पेरेंट्स कंपनी हमें कोई फॉर्मूला देती है, कोई प्रोडक्ट देती है, तो R&D पे एवरीबडी नोज इट कि उसमें बहुत ज्यादा स्पेंडिंग होती है। तो मैं उस चीज को जस्टिफाई करता हूं। अगर हमारी मैनेजमेंट ने एक अच्छी कॉल ली है रॉयल्टी बढ़ाने के लिए, तो मैं उस चीज को एक्सेप्ट उस चीज को मैं ऑल थम्स अप करता हूं। और सर मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि आने वाला साल हमारी कंपनी के लिए बहुत अच्छा हो। और मैं एक बार फिर अपने कंपनी सेक्रेटरी साहब का धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा सर, कि कहीं ना कहीं जो वो एक्सीलेंट कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस लेते चलते हैं। किसी भी कंपनी का जो एक रिटेल इन्वेस्टर होता है, वो ये चेक करता है कि हमारी जो कंपनी है उसके लिए जो रिटेल इन्वेस्टर की जो आवाज है, जो उसका कम्युनिकेशन वो प्रॉपर होता है, तो वो चीज हमेशा रिफ्लेक्ट करती है। मैं तहे दिल से अपने कंपनी सेक्रेटरी और उनका धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा। इट्स नॉट अबाउट AGM सर, पूरे साल हमारे कभी भी कोई भी क्यूरीज होती है, दे विल एड्रेस विद ऑल द रेस्पेक्ट जो हमारी रिटेल इन्वेस्टर को मिलती है। और एक शेयर होल्डर ने एक बड़ा अच्छी चीज बोली, जो मैं वो भी क्लैरिफाई करना चाहूंगा अपने एंड से। उन्होंने बोला जी हमारा शेयर प्राइस इतना होना चाहिए, आज इतना है। हमारे मैनेजमेंट का एक इतिहास रहा है सर, हमारे मैनेजमेंट ने कभी भी अपने शेयर प्राइस के साथ कभी भी छेड़छाड़ नहीं की। बाकी जो कंपनियां करती हैं सब जानते हैं, मैं उन कंपनियों का नाम लेना चाहूंगा। सर आप इसी ईमानदारी और इसी मेहनत के साथ काम करते रहिए। मेरी शुभकामनाएं और मेरी जो बेस्ट विशेस है हमेशा आपके साथ हैं। विश यू ऑल द वेरी वेरी बेस्ट। हैव ए ग्रेट डे एंड ग्रेट ईयर हेड सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर। और मेरे को इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे जुड़ने का जो मौका दिया हमारे कंपनी सेक्रेटरी साहब मिस्टर शुक्ला और उनकी इंटायर टीम का मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं। विश यू ऑल द वेरी वेरी बेस्ट। थैंक यू सर, सो काइंड ऑफ यू।
Thank you, Mr. Praveen Kumar. My only submission is that every shareholder has a right to speak. So it is for management to respond how they do want to. So everyone is free to have his position, like Ali has done and Mr. Praveen has done. So you can restrict to the question that you expect to ask in the chair. However, it is your meeting, all for you. Thank you very much. We move to the next shareholder, which is Mr. SP Bisania. Mr. Bisania, now I'll make you. Are you there? Technical team, Mr. Bisania there? Take Mr. Praveen Kumar through which? Praveen Kumar has not spoken. Just spoke.
Bisania is not there.
So Mr. Bisania, I cannot see. Technical team, NSDL, is Mr. Bisania there? No. So I think with this, all the speakers have spoken, right? And we have received few queries on chat box. So I'll hand it over to Chairman again. Sir.
Thank you very much. We are very glad that you shareholders have raised certain pertinent questions. And I'd like to thank you also for the compliments given by some of you to the management and the board. I can assure you that your board and the management is always there to increase the wealth of the company and thereby increase your wealth. I just respond to the queries raised by some of you. The first one is that about this plant visit. Yes, definitely we'll consider your request. But as you are aware that yes, COVID has come down, COVID effect has come down, but it has not totally gone. There is also, so we will consider this plant visit as an appropriate time, taking into account the COVID situation. Regarding bonus shares, as I have already told you that directors and the management are conscious about your aspiration, but directors are mainly focused on increasing the wealth of your asset. So there has to be a balance between the dividend, bonus, and bonus shares. So we'll definitely take into your suggestions, and at an appropriate time, we'll take a decision on this regard. Regarding the innovation R&D, company continues to access portfolio in line with market development and refresh it from remain competitive. We focus to invest capital to improve productivity of our plant and is in the future portfolio. Raw material price, 15% raw material increase have been passed on. Regarding the passing on this increase to the customers through the increasing price increase, we continue to evaluate the pricing strategy to remain competitive because you will appreciate the competition is there in the market. Regarding innovation, yes, in DIC India has regional technical center, which has Indian and Japanese technicians, experts working to develop new products. When somebody asks when we can achieve 1,000 crores revenue, definitely we are also all looking forward towards that. Company has a long-term plan in place to grow the business, and hopefully all your support we may attend shortly or due course. Regarding R&D is focused on future technology developed from Japan, wherein the R&D cost is also we work on adoption of future India. We focus on usage. Question was raised, what is the Calcutta stock season in last year? Regarding CSR activities, yes, we take note of your suggestion. Our CSR committee definitely will consider, and what is appropriate, it will be taken into account. Anindra Kundu has said, can company organize shareholders visits to Calcutta plant? I've already talked about, debating on the COVID situation, definitely consider. Why the photo of Mr. Tarak Chakraborty has said, why that picture of Dr. Banerjee and Dr. Sen is not in the cover page? That is because, as you know, that they have retired in the March 2021 on 21st of March. So we are giving the pictures of the directors who are in there on the year end or the day of the annual report also. Mr. Chakraborty also raised why the CSR funds have not been spent in West Bengal. As you know that we have plant not only in West Bengal, we have plant in other places. We have in past years we have spent money also in West Bengal. So it is the CSR committee to evaluate and decide which is the appropriate place and an appropriate place to put the fund in. We'll definitely, of course, we'll definitely consider your request. Amit Kumar Banerjee, capital expenditure plan for the next 2 years. I think I've already covered that one. R&D plan for the company, including product diversification, as I have already touched upon that we spend money on R&D for the adopting the Japanese technology, and also we developed technology in India for the Indian use. Regarding bonus shares, I've already mentioned that company is conscious about your aspiration and will take decision at an appropriate time, definitely. Plant visit, I've already touched on. Amit Atanu Shah said, what is the current cash flow status? That is already in the balance sheet. We have the cash flow statement is already attached there. Company's future plan, yes, future plans, as you know, to grow. And I have mentioned that we have about 1,000 crore turnover. We are looking towards that, but you have to appreciate the difficult situation the company has been through last couple of years. Innovating product, I've already told you that we are not only spending money or R&D for adopting the Japanese technology, but also we are innovating product in India to modify the Japanese product to adopt for the Indian circumstances. Now, CRS activities I've already touched on. Companies plan to give mementos to over 75 years. Sorry? We have noted your suggestion. We'll definitely take into consideration. Your suggestion is Mr. Dinesh Trecha. Your suggestion regarding these lakhs and millions is well taken. We'll definitely to consider in the next year's. I talked about 100 crores. Location-wise plant and location-wise turnover and capital is not possible. It's not practicable because the way we do run our business, each plant doesn't sell ultimate customers. There are intermediate products which have moved from one factory to another. So it is not possible to give turnover for individual factory. But your suggestion is noted. Interim dividend. Yeah, we have we have set final dividend just to avoid the confusion. So that is why we mentioned final dividend. Your suggestion is noted. What is the project cost of the new plant? Well, the plant is on. So we have to see ultimately what is the cost, because you know the raw material cost is going up, steel prices are going up, which may affect our original plan. So we'll let you know at an appropriate time what is the project cost, and which will be reflected in the balance sheet. Now, any plan for DIC AP to raise its share to 75%? We will appreciate. DIC India board is not in a position to comment on that. It is a group decision, so we cannot comment on that. Details of settlement C, Calcutta Stock Exchange, I told you there is no trading. Land search in the courts of India Limited, where it will be transferred. The appropriate actions have been taken. You will appreciate that it takes time in the government department to get the things done. So, but company is taking appropriate step. Clubbing of dispute cases year-wise, your suggestion is noted. I'll request the CFO to take into consideration next year. Trade receivable has increased from 82 lakhs, resulting in increase in the working capital. You will appreciate the company has gone through the difficult situation, the COVID situation. Most of the customers, they have closed down or they have slowed down their business. So it's very difficult for them to also pay up the debts. So that is one of the reasons for increase in the trade receivables. I can assure you, your board is constantly monitoring the receivable and discussing these issues with the operating people. P&L, other income constitutes 7% of PBT. Yes, that is true. That is a factual statement we have given in the profit and loss account. With this, not that to avoid that, we have not generated that, but it has come. So dividend and bonus should be given. I have already mentioned about that. What is our company's budget? Royalty has been increased. Yes, royalty is linked to the turnover. Once the turnover increases, the royalty will increase. If the turnover goes down, the royalty will go down. So we cannot do much. That is as per the agreement with the group company. Who are the competitors of DIC? We'll take noted, but we cannot put it in our annual reports for the competitors of DIC. What is the business condition in Calcutta? Yes, it is not good, as you have already said, but we are also, management is aware of it, and we are evaluating the Calcutta operation every time. Why physical meeting will be restored again? Yes, we are keen to restore the physical meeting provided the COVID situation improves. We are aware of the safety of the shareholders first, which will be into consideration. Sunil Kumar Modak, he said, what is the future plan to company in the profit making? Company is a profit making. I have already mentioned in my speech that we've been in this difficult situation. We made a profit in 2020, 2021, and we expect to make profit in 2022. Samrat Singh, hello, please, can you please call me on a non-core asset such as land bank? Oh, hello, please. I don't understand what this question is, sir.
What are the
Non-core assets such as land banks owned by the company. We don't have it.
Non-core assets as such.
Permanent.
And there are few flats where if it is not in use, we are always evaluating to sell off those flats. But there is very hardly, it is not that material amount. Employees' cost is running 10% of that, which is too high. Yes, it is very expensive to, as you know, the India is growing. It is expensive to get a good employee. And you have to pay cost because we are paying the market rate. We are not paying more than the market rate. I hope I have covered all your questions. If I have inadvertently missed out any questions, to answer any questions, you can write to the company secretary. He will provide you the adequate explanation. Thank you very much again. It is a very good observations and the questions from you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I now put the following matters under consideration for voting in terms of Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013. You may refer the agenda items in details already given in the notice which I read out. 1. To consider and adopt the financial statement of the company for the financial year ended December 31st, 2021, and the reports of Board of Directors and auditors thereon. Number 2, to declare final dividend of INR rupees 3 only per equity share for the financial year ended December 31st, 2021. Number 3, to declare special dividend of INR 2 rupees 2 only per equity share for the financial year ended December 31st, 2021. To appoint a director in place of Mr. Ho Yu Guan, DIN 080666136, who retires by rotation and being eligible, 6 reappointment. Number 5, to ratify the remuneration of the cost editor. I now declare the voting open. Voting window will remain open for 30 minutes up to
12:47. 12:50.
12:50, within which you should cast your vote. Further, the company secretary is authorized to declare the results of the voting, and the total details of the voting results will be posted on the website of the company at www.dicindialimited.co and also be intimated to the stock exchanges within 48 hours. The resolution set forth in the notice would be deemed to be passed today, subject to the receipt of requisite number of votes. With this, the business of the 74th Annual General Meeting for today, having been transacted, is concluded. I now request Raghav Shukla, the Company Secretary, to please take over and do the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for your guidance and conducting this. I'll now request our Managing Director, Mr. Manish Bhatia, to just give vote of thanks to the Chairman.
Thank you, shareholders. Thank you, Chairman, and the fellow directors in this meeting. It was a pleasure connecting with you. I wish you all the best for the year ahead, and thank you for joining. Thank you.
Paul will request you to just a few lines to the Chairman and address to the gathering. Paul, you are muted.
ठीक है?
Paul, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, on behalf of the board, I'd like to thank Chairman and all the shareholders for making this AGM a success to us. Without your support, we could not do what we are tasked to do. So on behalf of all of us, thank you very much and have a safe day ahead. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. So, shareholders, you can continue to vote. We request you to vote before 12:50 so that your vote is recorded. And like Chairman said, we'll publish the outcomes and results shortly as per the regulations. Thank you. With this, the agenda is over. The voting continues. Thank you very much, all the directors. Thank you, all the directors. Thank you, CFO. Thank you, MD. Thank you, the directors who are joining through the link. Thank you very much.